Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I am doing a 3 looks 1 palette with the Certifeye Dynasty Palette. This is an absolutely beautiful palette that has a lot of kick up. That is just something that I keep noticing, so it doesn't bother me, but it does have a lot of kick up in it. So anyways, we're going to do 3 looks with this palette. So this is going to be the first look, and then I'm going to be using some of the purples and oranges, and then I'll have one other look for you as well. So I do have my initial review swatches and another look already up on my channel, so I will link that right up here. And we've also got our fall giveaway going on right now. So I will link that as well, so you can see everything that's in it, and then there'll be a link down below. We'll link the fall giveaway up here as well, and then in the description box there will be the link to enter. But be sure to check out everything that is in there. At the end of the video, I will have used this palette several times already, so I will have a full review of this palette and the eyeshadows, what I think of it, and if it is worth the value of it. So let's go ahead and get started with look number 1. For look number 1, I definitely want to play with some of these blues, so I'm going to start with Grand right here, and I'm going to put that in the transition area. Not sure what I'm going to add in with the blues yet. I just know that I love these blue colors, so I really want to make them a part of this look. Okay, so I just wanted to see if you could build it up. So here it is washed out, and there it is built up, so I might even use some. My plan was not to use it right there, but I just wanted to see, can it be built up? So it obviously can look very bold on the eye. So this may be a very blue look. I'm okay with that. And on the crease, I am going to go in with Emperor, which is this darker blue. It's a really royal color blue. And I'm going to pull that in on the crease and then around the outer V. And on this look today, I do want to do a sort of cut crease with that shimmery blue. Okay, this eye looks good and this eye is looking rough. So I'm going to go back in with my fluffy brush that I had Grand on. We'll figure it all out by the end of the look, but okay. So now I'm just going to take that Grand, or the Emperor, which is the darker royal blue, and just bring that around a bit on the outer V. I'm going to take Grand, this one right here, and build that up just right next to that outer V part before I go in with the cut crease. I would say this is definitely a satin, and the Emperor is a matte. You can tell there's just a slight sheen to this. So I do like the fact that you can build this color up or sheer it out, because then it kind of gives you more of a gradient look, of color to use. I do want to take a little fluffy brush. I'm going to take a little of Emperor and just blend these two together so there's no harsh line there. Okay, for my cut crease, I am taking my ColourPop No Filter Concealer, and I'm just taking that on a little concealer brush. That rounded shape of the concealer brush really helps you to form the cut crease, and I'm going to do a half cut crease, but open. So it's going to come up a little bit here, not just be on my eyelid. I'm only going to do it halfway across the lid. I like the way that it looks when it comes out a little bit, but this is also good if you've got hooded eyes because it's going to make your eye look more open. Just right where the concealer and the blue meet, I'm just going to kind of tap along there. Oops. It's hard to do when you've got nails on. So those just kind of blend together. So I messed it up a little bit when I was patting, so I am just going to bring this up a little bit more so it merges together. And then on another concealer brush, I'm going to use the color Opal, which is this one right here. And I do want to use some fixing spray on this one. And then I'm going to go in with a little brush again, and I'm going to take Grand. And just along where these meet, I'm going to blend that right across there so there's not a harsh line there. I'm going to go ahead and do the other eye, and then be back for the lower lash line. Before I do that, I do want to show you, this is probably my palette with the most kick up, which I'm kind of surprised by, but not bothered by. I mean, the shades are beautiful and they are performing beautifully. So let me go ahead and finish this eye, and then we'll do the lower lash line. I've got both eyes done, and I think I want to do a little pop of green on the bottom. So I'm going to take Opulence, which is this one right here, and I am going to put that on the lower lash line. And on a little smudger brush, I'm just going to take a tiny bit of Emerald, which is the really dark green, and just bring that right along that outer corner, but not in too much. Okay. I think that's what I'm going to do for my shadow today. Next I'm going to go ahead and do some liner and mascara, and I will be back to show you guys the final. Okay, so to finish off look number one, I used the Essence mascara, the Lash Princess in the green one. It's the False Lash Effect. And I put Prance cream gel liner from ColourPop in my waterline, and I used the Sex Kitten liquid liner for my wing liner. So this is look number one. Oh, and what did I put on my lips? I put on the L'Oreal Infallible Pro Gloss in 815 Barely Nude. So this is look number one. Let's move on to look number two. Okay, so for look number two, I'm going to do a sort of sunset look. So I'm going to combine these two and maybe pull in some of, I'm not really sure what I'm going to pull in. But I'm going to start with Queen in the crease. And then I'm going to take the purple one, Elite, right here, and I'm going to put that in the crease. So just a little more targeted, just right in that crease area. Okay, so 2 days ago it was like 100 degrees, and today it is like in the 50s. And I have like this big, huge, bulky sweater on. It is so stinking cold. Which also probably means I'm gonna get sick. Because typically when the temperatures are so crazy like that, that's what happens. Does that happen to you guys when the weather changes? Or I'm gonna end up with a big headache. So far so good though, so I'm gonna be enjoying today by taking my kids to the pumpkin patch, which is one of my favorite fall activities. Actually filming this on the first day of fall. All right, then I'm gonna deepen up the outer V with this dark purple color. This is Cloak, and I may even end up using some of Velvet in there too. We'll see how dark this one gets. So what is your favorite fall activity to do? I think probably the pumpkin patch is my favorite fall activity, and caramel apple is my favorite fall food. I actually had some caramel apples today as well. I think I am going to take a little bit. Okay, so these are super dusty. I didn't really realize that in my first impression one, but you guys know that that does not bother me. But just, I like to share those things as I see them, because I know some people do like to know about that. Gosh, you can kind of like see a dust like puffing up as I use it. I do have some fallout with that one. Brush it off. That was Velvet. Okay, so I like where I've gone with that color there, so I'm going to go ahead and copy that onto the other side with Empress and then Velvet, deepening it up a little bit. Then I know I want to use that mantle color. That's the orangish shimmer, orangey coral shimmer color. I love that color. I don't know if I'm going to pull in the purple shimmer shade or not. I think I might just use mantle today for my whole crease, or for my whole lid, and see how that looks. I'm going to spray it when I put it on. And I'm just using one of those flat concealer-like brush. These are really good for packing powder on the lid as well. I might just keep it to that on the lid and then just blend out into the other shades. You see how opaque these are? I'm putting it on top of that dark purple color, and that shimmer shade is showing up amazingly on top of it. Then I'm just going to bring mantle up a little bit onto the crease from the inner corner, but then bring it back down before I get to the crease on the rest of the lid. So you can see I'm just kind of bringing it out on the inner corner part. I'm going to do some cleaning up there, but first I am going to go back in with Elite, which was this mid-tone purple color here, and bring that back in the crease. And then I'm going to take Empress, which is the darkest purple, and just blend these two together, mantle and the purple. And I'm going to go back in with Queen, which is the pinkish color. Just pop that a little in the transition area, just to make sure it's peeking through. Okay, now for the lower lash line, I'm going to take a pencil brush and I'm going to go in with Elite, which is the purple color. That's going to go along the whole lower lash line. I think I might just take a little bit of Wealth here, which is the shimmer purple, and just pop that in the center of the lower lash line. And that's just going to give a little bit of depth to that purple down there. I'm going to go ahead and do some liner and mascara, and I'll be back with the final look. Back with the final look. This is got liner and mascara on. I like this look. I really do like a sunset look, and I think it's a great fall look, although I will wear this any time of year. So on my lips, if you are wondering, I've got on the Melted Matte in Child Star from Too Faced. Then I've got on Essence Lash Princess and Physicians Formula Liquid Liner, which is probably my least favorite liquid liner. So let's move on to look number 3. Number 3, I did have a request from Nona at My So-Called Life, is her YouTube name. And she wants to see green with purple or pink. So that's what I'm going to do for look number 3. She said she really likes this one, so I think we'll make this shimmery green, star of our show, and use the other greens, and then I don't know if I want to use, I might try to do more with the pink because I have got the Blush Tribe 3 Looks 1 palette up, and that's a very green and purple palette. So I'm going to start out in the transition area with that pinky color Queen. Boy, these are, have so much kick up. I'm not saying that like a bad thing. I'm saying that like I'm kind of surprised. So I think we're just going to lay this down for the transition area, and that might be our pink for the look. I am going to use, let's see what it is. It's Elite here. So I just used Queen. Now Elite is going to go, it's going to make kind of a halo right here. And then just a bit right here. And a bit right here. This color is just going to peek through, and then green's going to cover the rest of the eye. Okay, and then I lost a bit of that pink, so that's going to come back. I'm going to bring that back just a bit in that transition area. I'm taking another little brush, and I'm going to start with Opulence. So Opulence is the bright green in the middle. It's like a true Kelly grass green. It is beautiful. And that is going to start to create a halo coming in. Or a gradient for our halo. However you want to say it. So that's just going to create like a transition to go into the bright green. And then I want that just so finely in that crease. So it's not covering up the purple totally, it's just right above there. And then our shimmer color is going to be placed right under that green line. So I'm going to use my ColourPop No Filter Concealer and a little concealer brush to place that in for our halo eye. So I'm going to start it. I can't talk when I'm doing it, so I'm going to tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to start it right below where that green line is, drag it down, and then pull it out from there. Okay, so I'm choosing to pull it this way because that's where my eyeball is. So it was a little to the, what side is that? Does anyone else use their fingers to figure out left and right? It was a little to the right of the eye, so I'm just pulling it a little more to the left as well to kind of center that halo look. And then I do want a bit of a diagonal, so I'm going to pull this out and then just kind of create that. So it creates a bit of a funnel effect. This side's going to be harder to do. Okay, so what I'm going to use to even this out, because my nails are too long and I end up getting concealer everywhere. So to act as my finger, if you don't, your finger will work fine. I'm just going to blend this concealer into the green a bit, and that's going to help it look more seamless. But these little sponge tip eyeshadow brushes work perfect for this if you've got too long of nails to do this. Okay, look at how great that turned out. That looks good. Look at that. Okay, so now we're going to take, I do want to spray this, of course. I'm going to take a concealer brush and my Makeup Revolution fixing spray to apply the green, which is called Glisten, right here. And then I'll go back in with these matte colors to blend everything out. Okay, I'm going to go in with a pencil brush and Opulence, which is that bright green. And I'm going to put that right here. I'm also going to use it to blend out the edges. Going to add a tiny bit more purple in, but not a lot. I don't want to cover up too much of my green. I think I need to probably be angled a little more this way. Okay, let me go ahead and do the other eye, and then I'll be back to do the lower lash line. I'll decide what I want to do on the lower lash line. I think I might pull in the darkest green, that emerald color, and then maybe Empress. So I think I might take Empress, which is this one, and run that along the entire lower lash line with a pencil brush. And then I'm going to take Emerald and darken up just the outer corner over here. And then this purple kind of meets in with this purple in the corner. And I think I also might do, I'm not sure what I'm going to do for my inner corner highlight yet. Let's get this part here done. Alright, inner corner highlight. I feel like I might want to use a green one, so I might pull out my Aurora Glow Kits. Where are you? Ah, there it is. Alright, so I've got Helia, which is the green one here. I like spraying this Aurora Glow Kit when I use it for inner corner. am going to put a little bit of Wealth, which is the purple shimmer shadow, right there as well. I just felt like there was a little disconnect there. Yes, I like that better. Okay, so I just topped a little bit of this Wealth right here. Let me go ahead and do some liner and mascara, and I'll be back to show you the final. 5 hours later, I am back. So I used this NYX Epic ink liner today, and I don't think in the past I've realized how much it bleeds. It bleeds a lot. It bled a lot into my inner corners and onto my eyes, and you can tell I botched the wings because about the time I got to the wing was when my eyes started stinging. So, you know, after about 10 minutes, I'm like, all right, we're done. It is what it is. So that's what I used on my eye, but that's probably not going to be around for much longer. I am working on a liner review of all the liquid liners that I've tried. Liquid liner is really like my favorite thing ever. So I want to share with you guys what ones are my favorite and what ones I steer clear from. I also used the Pure Cosmetics Vibrating Mascara on my lashes today, and I actually have a review of this one coming up on my channel. And I used the Overexposed, I don't know what these are. These are from Too Faced. The Naturals, I think. This one is in Overexposed. I really like this formula and I really like this color. So that is what I used to complete my look today. What do you think? I like your color choices, Nona. Good call. So that is my 3 Looks 1 palette for the Certifeye Dynasty Palette. I do want to do a little bit of a updated review because I just had my initial impressions. So I'm just going to let you know what I think about these shadows now. I love them. The only negative thing, which is not a negative thing to me, but I know it is to some people, is that they are probably this is probably the eyeshadow palette with the most kick up that I own. Like so much so that I said it several times because I was just kind of in shock of how much kick up there was. That being said, they blend beautifully. They are buildable, which I really appreciate because that gives you some different tones to use. You could really see that in the blue look that I did with this color right here. I was able to sheer it out on my transition area, but then build it up on my lid. So the shimmer shades, oh my goodness. They are gorgeous. What I really, really appreciate about this palette is how these are colors that I don't own in my collection. And when I'm buying a palette for over $30, which, I mean, you might not think that's a lot of money. It's a lot of money to me. I mean, it's $30, right? It's $30. It's your money. I love that I have 18 new shades that I don't own already. This is for sure going to be coming with me when I travel. I love it so much. There are so many different looks that you could create with this. I didn't really do a neutral look with this one, but you could definitely do a neutral look with just these colors right here. I love that you've got 6 different color stories, and I love that you've got the majority of matte colors. So this is my 3 Looks 1 palette, an overall review of the Certifeye Dynasty palette. If you love color, I would recommend this to you. It's hard for me to recommend a palette to someone because, you know, we like different colors, we like different formulas, things like that. But if you like color, you're going to love this one. These are shades you're not going to have in other palettes. I mean, I have a lot of colorful palettes and I don't have these shades. It's also a palette where you can do monochromatic looks and also very colorful looks. So I would recommend this to you. In my initial look with this one, I did say that I used a coupon code with it. They had it on their Instagram. It was a Labor Day sale one. So, I mean, I'm always going to share with you the best way to buy things because if you can get a discount on it, why not? I know there's coupon codes going out like throughout. Other people have them as well, but maybe wait for another holiday to come up. Maybe Black Friday they'll have a sale. Are there any other holidays? Maybe for Halloween they'll have a sale. Who knows? But I love it. So that is my end review of this palette. I hope you enjoyed the looks. Let me know which one was your favorite. Don't forget to subscribe before you leave. Enter that fall giveaway. Click that notifications bell. And I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.